Good evening, fellow ghouls and specters alike. It's your ghost host with the most, Tiki here.
And Blue Dragon 5, here to engage in some haunted holiday hijinks by trudging through the catacombs and dusting off the cobwebs as we recount a spooky selection of Halloween classics.
So light the jack-o'-lantern suit up and grab the candy dish as we revive and recount tonight's spooky selection, Pluto's Judgment Day. We're going old school today, folks. All right, Dragon, is this the oldest thing we've ever covered on this show?
That's at least 85 years old, so yeah.
But I mean, we haven't covered any like the classic Universal monster movies. We're still not up on any of those yet.
Uh, yeah, technically no. Yeah, I think this is the oldest thing we've covered on hijinks. Yeah.
And boy, does it feel like it, Dragon, because they don't make them like they used to. And holy shit, Dragon, I have like mad nostalgia / childhood trauma for this thing, man. Like a potent combination of the two. I was as scared of it as I was fascinated by it. And this is kind of like part of a whole trope of cartoons where it's like, hey, let's have it be a morality tale and send the character to hell, and we can get away with as many dark images and as much dark imagery as we want, as long as there's like a play, there's like a happy ending at the end of it, like a do better moral. And so for that reason, Dragon, this thing just fascinates me as a piece of media. It really does. Doug Walker, I know people are down on Doug Walker now. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I tend to cut the man some slack given the circumstances,
I
but
used to. I used to.
you used to. Well, I like his dark cartoon series. All right, I'll give him that much. I'll give him that much. His dark cartoon series is what I wish he'd be doing more of, and he did make a pretty good video about this short in particular. So Dragon, man, I mean, this short has been just kind of like circulating in my periphery for as long as I can remember. I literally I can't remember being a Disney fan, being an animation fan without this short. This might have been one of the first Disney shorts I've ever seen, as horrifying as that is. It's definitely one of the Disney shorts that first stuck out to me in terms of like, oh, okay, this isn't Disney now. This is old Disney. And I could tell it was old Disney just because of how dark it was. And so, yeah, man, I mean, between this, Nine on Bald Mountain, and a couple other select dark pieces of Disney animation, I feel like this was very formative in starting up my love of dark media. I really owe a lot to this short.
Yep. Yeah. This is, of course, definitely, again, been doing this. Pluto been around 90 years. We got to celebrate that. I mean, one of the great characters. But yeah, such an unusual route to pay tribute to. But perfect around Halloween, so it all works. Yep. I mean, this short's from 1935. Kids, been around for such a long time. And again, Tiki speaking to the darkness. I mean, just even look physically at you can see like how dingy Pluto looks here compared to like his usual kind of orange,
Right.
kind of like recognizability.
And
But
of
yeah,
course, it also has Mickey Mouse, voiced by Walt Disney. So
uh
there's
huh.
that too.
I love that part of it. That's my
Yeah,
favorite little
yeah.
dog. Like, I love like Stern Mickey, which is so
Uh
rare, and
huh.
again,
Uh
like
huh.
breeds of that early '30s kind of like that period. Like here's the thing. Well, I'll speak a little bit to my nostalgia. It's not so much for Pluto, but I really love a lot of my Mickey Mouse nostalgia goes to like the early Mickey Mouse cartoons, the early shorts, where not the black and white, nothing against Steamboat Willie and gang, but I mean like the again, like the early colored, kind of period of the
Uh huh.
Mickey Mouse cartoons. Like the one that
The
always
band
jumps out.
concert stuff like
Yeah,
that.
band concerts like always my go-to, and like the whole
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
mirror with the playing cards, like those two are my
Through the Looking
go-tos.
Glass.
Yeah, that's the better. Yeah, Through
Uh,
Looking Glass and the band concert are my two definitive Mickey Mouse cartoons for sure. Yeah.
sure, sure. All
Oh, we got a
right.
comment.
Okay. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is definitely like a formative thing for me. Like, oh god. Okay, you guys should check out Has-Been Hotel and hell of a boss. Claude, Has-Been Hotel, not for me. I've looked into it. It's not for me. I like the fans who are into it. It's just not my thing. It's a little too it's a little too Invader Zim for my taste from what I've seen of it. And then who's your favorite Mickey Mouse voice? I mean, honestly, I gotta go with Walt. I mean, just because just having Walt there in the actual shorts that he does voice there's just something kind of like almost chilling about that in a really good way. You know what I mean? It's like, because every bit of Walt's voice that's captured on on audio is kind of valuable in that regard.
It is. It is. It's hard to beat. I mean, Tiki, you remember who's portraying Mickey in the early 2000s? Do you remember that at all?
Oh man, not off the top of my head. No, I should, but I
Well,
don't.
basically, House of Mouse Mickey is also another one of my go-to.
Uh-huh.
But it's mainly like the when they do the new shorts within, like they kind of do like the refurbished Mickey Mouse cartoons, like those. But again, it's obviously it's hard to beat Walt. That's my second contender in terms of who I go to. Next. But I mean, of course, like we saw Walt brought back as Mickey and get a horse. I mean, there's something magical about it.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm in full agreement with you, Dick.
I saw Get a Horse in Hollywood Studios. That was pretty neat.
Yep. And the last time I think the last thing Walt voiced was also kind of a touchstone for me with the Mickey Mouse stuff with
Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, Mickey and the Beanstalk. That was it was a great one to go out on for him with Mickey.
Oh yeah,
I gotta be honest, it was yeah. All right. Also, Claude asked that.
Claude.
Right. Well, we should throw him up. All right.
Okay. So with that in mind, Dragon, let's just dive right into this thing. I'm excited.
Yes.
I really am. I think I'm going to talk more about the imagery here than anything else. But seriously, this is one of those shorts where it's just like every frame just has something to offer in terms of imagery.
It's always nice when that happens, and also Claude wonders if it's Wayne Allwyn.
I think that sounds familiar.
That's not the married couple, Mickey. Like Mickey and Minnie being married in real life. That's not Wayne, right?
I don't know. I mean, because I know they did that. I know the married couple did it for years. So
yeah. I think that was like before they had to replace Mickey. He was like the go-to guy, and of course,
Dragon. I don't know. I should know this, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, husband with the Rusey Taylor says. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Pluto's Judgment Day.
Okay. So we start things off by Pluto wildly chasing a cat through kind of, I got to admit, just Dragon, when you look at the imagery here, I like how even in the daytime, the woods are kind of like hazy and almost undefined. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the background. I know it's not really specifically meant to be creepy, but it does kind of like give it like an old timey kind of like unfinished cartoon vibe to it.
It's not lush, it's not like but it's a kind of a red herring. Like, okay, typical kind of Pluto cartoon. Always chasing a little kitty cat.
Speaking of which, I have to mention over the opening titles, the title card, we have
the Oregon music,
which is another great kind of foreshadowing.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so a little kind of red herring here, just like ordinary Pluto cartoon, chasing a little kitty cat. Shenanigans like they're chasing through the mud, defying gravity on the branch, that sort of stuff. And then he chases a kitten, jumps through the open window, knocks out the little plank of wood, which just leads to some over the top cartoony shenanigans. Pluto jumps through the glass. Then we have this, which is.
Mickey's just casually sitting there, just reading his newspaper.
I love Mickey just reading the newspaper in a rocking chair so much, and then like, what the heck? I love how he's like off guard. He's trying to read his paper. I just love what's Mickey doing in his off time? I love that sort of stuff. Reading the paper. And then the
Right.
action just finds him. Like, Cat jumps through the paper, and of course, like, trailing mud everywhere. And then Pluto, like, he's just completely agile. Like, wait, what? It's an old school Mickey Mouse voiced by Walt Disney. He ends up breaking up the fight, and of course, he's going to have to deal with the mess. But Mickey ain't happy. We get a rare
This might
glimpse
be
of
one of the
stern
most
Mickey.
harsh Mickey and Pluto deliveries I've seen, Dragon.
Yeah.
Like, Mickey's straight up pissed. He's like, sit down!
I love that's what I'm saying. You never see Mickey like that. It's getting stern walls.
yeah.
It's like, sit down. So we have like, then of course, I love how playful Pluto is before he really kind of gets the lesson. I bet you're proud of yourself, eh? You're but a big bully.
Well, Mickey's not proud of his boy today, Dragon.
Oh, he's not. He's not proud of his boy.
All right, all things considered, with the Proud Boys of it all, is it even politically correct to reference that song anymore?
Oh man, now why you gotta ruin it? Oh,
I'm just saying.
I haven't even looked into what that's all about, man. Why you gotta bring up
No,
politics?
you don't want to know. You don't
That's
want
what
to
I'm saying.
know.
Don't corrupt me, man. Don't corrupt my soul on this Hallows Eve tribute that we're doing. What are you doing to me, man?
Anyway,
That's real life scare. I'm working on fictional scary.
all right. Fair enough.
Come on. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just trying to make a proud of your boy joke, and you make it all dour. All right. So anyway, we have again the playful Pluto. He's in trouble.
Well, me, Dragon, we are living in an age where apparently M. Night Shyamalan is writing the election.
Wait, really?
I'm just saying, because of all the crazy plot twists.
Oh well, Tiki, again, we're in a year where anything is possible. So don't put that out in the ether. It's gonna happen.
What did you think I meant by that? Writing the election? How?
No, I meant like speeches and stuff.
Oh no! I mean, like, literally.
Because sometimes celebrities do, like Woody Allen. Well, sometimes.
I'm just saying, if the election was a script, M. Night Shyamalan would be the one writing it.
Right. Okay.
Anyways.
Anyway, can we refocus onto I don't know, Pluto?
Can we get out of politics, yo? Please. All right, go ahead.
Anyway, so again, Pluto is like, "Oh, you're all proud of yourself, aren't you? Sit down." Gets ticked off as Mickey Mouse he's been chasing cats. You're gonna have plenty to answer for on your Judgment Day. And again, big heavy bomb to drop on the dog's head right there, man.
Right.
Oh, a little fun fact, because of Pluto's 90th and everything, and just the fact we were covering this, I bought a little Halloween Pluto plush thing for the holidays.
Nice.
Pluto, he's like a little skeleton costume, and he has like a little pail of treats in his little, like little dog pail, trick or treat pail. It's really cute. Anyway, so Carnio says, lie down. So as he basically tells Pluto to lie down as Mickey's going to clean up the mess and also kind of bathe the cat. So Pluto does
I love the little shot of Mickey just scrubbing away at the cat, all happy-go-lucky.
Yeah. Pluto ends up falling asleep.
He's fallen asleep, importantly, in front of the fireplace.
Yes. One could say cozy, other could say menacing. I mean, if you ask Scrooge McDuck, he's going to eventually say very menacing, but we'll get there. All right, so we
have this great antagonist cat, Dragon. I love this guy's design. I love his voice. I love everything about him.
Yes. So we've set up the moral at our opener here. Now we're having it take place via this nightmare beyond nightmares. And I like the astral. What do you think about the astral effect, where we have like the door opens, but like it's kind of we're signaling this is a dream, but you're going to be terrified by it. So it's like they're so confident in themselves. We don't need to pull the wool over the eyes of the audience. Like even if it's a dream, like they don't.
Oh, that's a great thing about it. Yeah, and honestly, Dragon, I think that was probably, I'm guessing, another censorship thing where it's like in animation, like as long as you tell people that it's a dream, you can go buck wild, at least in the early days. You know what I mean?
Exactly, like the robot rule in animation. Like it's a robot, kill it 9 ways to Sunday. If it's a dream, so long as it's a dream.
I know for a fact that Tom from Tom and Jerry has a sketch that's almost exactly like this.
Well, I remember there's a whole thing where he's trying to protect Jerry, so he doesn't go down south, so to speak.
No, I remember that one, but I'm saying there's literally one where Tom goes to hell and he's judged by the mice and everything.
Right.
But anyways, I'm just saying it was like this whole setup is a pretty common trope. Like I wish I could think of other examples of it, but I know there's at least a couple more besides this one and the Tom and Jerry one I can think of.
Anyways,
Anyways,
yes, within the astral effect, Cat walks into the house. He's calling out Pluto, and I love this bit here. This is like really hit the nice moral bit here. And this is where, even though Pluto, again, some could say Pluto a little more brutal than usual, given the moral that we need to convey. But I like that we have this bit here of Pluto. He's stopped by an imaginary Mickey who's saying, don't do it. Now that Pluto respects his master for a bit there, but then we have the Marty McFly of it all here, the big old call out. What are you, yellow? Now there's no
that's got to
stopping
be
him
an
now.
old school 1930s insult right there.
Yep.
Perhaps vaguely racist.
Well, technically, if you go way back to the future 3, going all the way back to the 1800s, it's been around. The whole "Are you yellow?"
All right. Oh God, you never know with old school Disney.
All right, anyway. So no stopping him now. He gives chase, and I love like the moment he gives chase this is exactly what the cat's been planning, man. The cat wants him to chase him so he can really he's setting him up for a trap here. So we have some really great dreamlike touches within the setting.
This is my favorite. This little transition into hell is my favorite moment in the whole thing, Dragon.
Literally the road to hell.
I can't get enough of the trees with the vaguely cat-like features. It's so creepy and
vaguely
clever.
Cat-like. They're all cat-like, man. It's like
no, you're right. I mean, some of them look more cat-like than others. I mean, some of them just have blatant cat faces on them.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They all got cat faces on them.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dragon, I love the Cave of Wonders prototype that we go into.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pluto, he just walks into a trap, and like he sets off the eye sensor, and then he's gonna brought in by the tongue, much to the cat set up a trap, and he walked into it gloriously.
All right, so he goes down a spiral slide, and then he's locked up in chains. It's public enemy number 1. Oh, by the way, the chains are horrifying in their own right, Dragon.
One of my favorite bits in the whole thing. I love like the ball and chain shackles, like being really snake-like and just kind of nabbing. That's awesome. Terrifying.
It almost kind of reminds me of Doc Ock. You know what I mean? How each arm is sentient.
Yeah, maybe subconsciously that's what I'm digging about it, but yeah.
All
right, so now we have like a kangaroo court or a cataroo court going on here. That as we just hear a chant in darkness, like "We want Pluto, we want Pluto," and no, they don't want him to run for anything, folks. They want Pluto. They want him to stay there. They want him to buy an overpriced condo down there. So we want Pluto in darkness, and of course. The prosecutor cat in red, kind of very Pete-esque, but obviously we can't have it be Pete, otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose. So we have this giant prosecutorial cat here. We have some really sweet POV shots in these Uncle Sam poses by said prosecutor cat, just kind of pointing at the audience. Again, this is conveying the moral as well. Like, hey, if you're like Pluto, hey, sense the allegory here, you better learn from this too.
Right.
We have a lot of good sing-song. They're not songs, but they're kind of like these sing-songy limericks.
Also, we have to point out that the jury is literally sitting on a fence.
Ha! Yeah, of course they're cats.
Did you not notice that?
I gotta be honest. I forgot that it was a fence. But when you bring it up, like, oh my god, that makes perfect sense. They're cats. Cats on a fence. That's perfect. All right, so like the sing-songy thing in essence, without going through the whole thing, is like you're on trial for crimes committed. Just try and get acquitted.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the judge cat. Yeah, oh yeah. This is Jimmy McGill's nightmare. The whole morals for Jimmy. We're technically Saul Goodman at this point.
He pulled so we have the cats once, and it did not go well.
No, it didn't. There was a field dressing incident. It was not pretty.
Oh God. Oh man! Anyway, all right. Anyways.
So they call it Operation Garfield. It was not pretty. Okay, so the judge wearing the wig and everything, classic judge, the whole powdered wig and the whole shebang. Pluto, as the proceedings get started here, swear him in. Of course, the prosecutor is swearing in Pluto, but using a phone book. A lot of great social commentary. And just like
he's using a phone book, and I also love how he just kind of like mumbles through the actual swear in.
That's really funny. Okay, anyways, of course, he's been sworn on the phone book, and of course, it's a mouse trap, too, like, like shut up as the judge hits him with the gavel. So we're keeping a little light and cartoony. It's about to get really dark and scary.
Huh.
All right, so then basically they're bringing in some witnesses to aid in the verdict.
Oh
For the
God! All
jury
right,
to
it's
decide.
about to get really dark, folks. All right, hang on to your hats. Oh boy,
So we have the jury of cats.
this is ridiculous. All right, go ahead.
They're all promising that he'll get guilty, and then of course, just everyone winks. So basically, justice, and then our prosecutor cat winks. Then the judge winks, and then the statue of justice winks, and the scales go off. Man, symbolic.
Right. All right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this was made in the good old days when every inch of a cartoon mattered. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All right.
So then we have so now we're bringing out the witnesses here, and basically the Pluto's implied to be Pluto's past victims, and there is again the ambiguity is really haunting. Is that did these events actually happen? Pluto's recalling them, or is this like a dream thing?
My headcanon is that it all actually happened, Dragon. That's my headcanon, and I'm sticking to it.
I figured you're a sick puppy that way on this.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's what he's dreaming about. You know,
it is.
It can't just come out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
True, but again, there's true, but some of it sounds like it might have been like it's like Pluto just chasing a cat, and then there's it's like the whole dot to that. What happens after you chase the cat? And this is like what he could be culpable for.
I don't know.
I mean, again, it's up in the air. I can't say it one way or another, but I mean, they say that this happened, but it is a dream, so take it with a grain of salt.
All right.
So we have the victim number one. What's the story on victim number one?
He was being bullied because he was fat, and then he ran into a steamroller, and then he got flat.
Oh yeah. So then we have this awesome shot. It was awesome, creepy shot with the prosecutor's eyes reflecting Pluto in them, and Pluto is looking to his other fearful self within the eyes. It's really cool, creepy eye shot. Right. It's oh god, we're so screwed. Then we have victim number two, a cat that is in a very old school, like insane asylum, sort of the wooden rickety wheelchair.
One is messed up, man. This one is so messed up.
So basically, a cat has been scared so much by Pluto, it has a PTSD version of dog shock. As in, whenever it hears a dog's bark, it shakes. It shakes like it's the worst case of Tourette's ever. So, and of course, I love my favorite little detail in this whole short. I got to be honest, I love the little dog barking toy. You pump it and it barks.
Yeah. For sure, I hear you.
So basically, Pluto's giving this victim PTSD, and every time he hears a dog bark, he can't stop but shaking. So then we have the triplets.
Oh God! Oh, it just gets worse and worse. Oh God!
Yeah. And of course, the triplets, man! He drank our milk, stole our liver, and pushed Uncle Tom in the river.
Oh God!
Oh man! This cartoon
is so fucked up, Dragon.
It is. Again, Pluto, he accidentally killed a cat.
All right.
And of course, remember the cats, the triplets, as they're walking away, they're dragging the.
Oh, and also, I hate to bring this up, but Uncle Tom, that's Disney. Come on.
Okay, well, here's the thing.
Dragon. No. 1930s, Dragon. 1930s.
I'm getting there.
I'm just saying, don't say it's a coincidence, because it's
no. What I'm saying is, here's the thing. So before that was pointed out within said Walker video, I didn't notice it.
Right.
Okay, because again, you gotta remember, one of those cats are a little inaudible unless you're really, really listening. Because I heard the Uncle Tom, I was thinking Tomcat, but then oh, wait a minute. Because again, a part of me's thinking, I mean, come on, they're cats,
a pun,
man.
But it's a dark, very, very outdated, very untimely pun.
I mean, look, it's not helping the cause. I'm gonna make it blatant. I'm saying it is indefensible. All I'm saying though is that it's this thing though. I hate it when people make the oversimplification that you look at the design of Mickey, Oswald, basically so many Goofy, any of the characters it's a black it's black fur / hair / kind of character design. Same thing with the cats. So. But then, of course, when you add the Uncle Tom, you add like the certain things like, yeah, I didn't see it that way because I'm ingrained to look at the iconography. I didn't look at it. It's like now I can't. Now I gotta try not to see it.
Oh God.
I'm thinking Tomcat. It means something worse. Anyway, so the point being, just even now, it's scary on 2 levels. So
yeah,
dragging the body away, and of course Uncle Tom here, he's got 9 lives that are all dancing. But again, they're dancing in quite good harmony. I gotta be honest. All right, so then we have the revolving door justice going on here.
Yes.
For the kids out there not primed in legalese, I'll just take a beat here. Basically, it's when the jury does not need a lot of time to deliberate. They're literally just going through the door to deliberate like a revolving door. Just, yeah.
They literally just walk in and out of a revolving door.
Yep, with like a second of just being gone. Just like literally, it's like a conga line through a revolving door. Okay.
It's just like guilty. He's guilty. Yep. He's guilty. He's guilty.
Yay! They're throwing up the confetti and everything. Yeah, let's hang him, man. Yeah. So Pluto, he's literally in the hot seat.
Okay, I don't know why, Dragon, but this imagery is what really fucked with me as a kid. I don't know why this in particular. Like, I feel like
on a limb. You don't want to see Pluto about to be emulated.
Sure. But here's the thing. I feel like as an adult, the actual, like, the witnesses are, like, more dark, like, the ideas behind them. Whereas this is just like, oh, no, I hope Pluto doesn't get burned. But, yeah, I don't know, just the imagery of, like, the tiny chair and how fragile the chair is, where it's like, even if Pluto avoids a fire, the chair is will inevitably burn. You know what I mean?
And then Pluto, he's again, it also has like a giant hole in the seat, hence the hot seat makes it just even more. He's in the James Bond chair, so to speak. He's and of course the anthropomorphized fire that
right
through the rope too. That's just like, oh God, like way to animate the seriously, it's a good idea animating the fire. Which, of course, Animaniacs ran with years later, but still, cool idea. All right, so then Pluto, he's a goner. Oh, God, I can't bear to watch him kill Pluto. Oh, God, make it stop. Make it. Bring out the happy snacks. Oh, God, I know where's the candy corn? So,
candy corn?
Yes. So we're back to reality as Pluto is woken by a stray piece of coal. So his bottom gets burned, and he's freaking, oh, God, it's starting. So he runs back as he's woken up, jumps right into the bath with the cat. To cool himself off, and he initially is terrified until Mickey kind of snaps him back to reality. He says, "Now kiss him back up." Basically like patch things up. So
27 seconds, Dragon. That happy ending lasts 27 seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just kind of like the studio mandated. Like, all right, we got to have a happy ending. How we do? All right, he wakes up and he jumps in the tub with the cat, and now he appreciates the cat. All right.
He's licking the cat. They have a renewed friendship, and Mickey Mouse brings it on home, saying, "That's the way." Like, attaboy, Clarence, attaboy, Pluto.
Right. And that's it. That's Pluto's Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Final thoughts, Dragon?
Final thoughts. Again, it's a great cautionary tale on kind of like the theme of it's never too late to change. It's positive. Got a positive message of befriending, kind of the enemy. Befriending your enemy of the species, so to speak, within the whole dogs and cats kind of like dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. So we're kind of courting mass hysteria at the end of this thing, but still, it's a good message. Via the via a very traumatizing lesson, we kind of arrive at that point. I think the short what really works with it is that it broaches a universal fear of Judgment Day. Now, whether you buy in for that or not, the matter is, it's like I think there's deep down a proverbial fear of just a weighted calculation of your life's accomplishments, of life's of life choices, more accurately. Mm-hmm. And look at The Good Place. The Good Place has made a mint on all those fears and like all the neuroses of, oh God, I haven't earned enough points to get into The Good Place. Oh no. So this is quite good. It stands up pretty well. It's also quite terrifying, but again, in only a 30s way.
All right. Yeah. Final thoughts on my end. I mean, I truly think this is like like this is like Jurassic Park level performative. It really is, in like much the same way that Jurassic Park kind of piqued my interest in, theme parks and dinosaurs and story and blockbuster storytelling. This is very much one of the very earliest pieces of dark media that's just like overtly scary that I digested as a child. And man, I think it holds up beautifully well. I think just some of the gothic imagery in here, it truly is a work of art in some spots. Just the backgrounds, especially just the backgrounds, the expressions. It truly is just a timeless, scary short. It really is. I don't think it's ever going to not be scary.
Which is the point. It's got to be scary, otherwise you don't learn nothing.
Mm-hmm. All right, folks. Well, that's the end of tonight's spooky selection. And our spirits grow weary. But they'll be stronger than ever next time as we engage in even more haunted holiday hijinks.
Sit down!
Sit down!